Welcome to the wonderful world of Wonder Woman. I'm Paul,
I'm Mark.
and tonight we're going to be talking about
Episode 7, The Queen and the Thief.
was it a Bob Dylan song?
Sure.
Or the Traveling Wilburys?
The Traveling Wilburys. Yes, and this part 2 of this is Tweeter and the Monkey Man. Yeah,
Yes,
that's what you're thinking.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. To protect a queen's jewels, Diana and Steve go undercover at the Millionaire's Sandbox, Palm Beach.
What sort of circus performance is this? You should have left when you could, Rogley. I warned you about your curiosity. Mr. Trevor, you can join the act too.
You know, if you play your cards right, I think you can talk me into a permanent partnership.
And in tonight's very small amount of cast members, we have, of course, Linda Carter as Diana Prince, Wonder Woman, Lyle Wagner as Colonel Steve Trevor Jr., Norman Burton as poor Joe Atkinson. We'll talk about that, poor Joe. The very, very famous Juliet Mills as Queen Catherine, David Hedison of he would have been Felix Leiter in the Timothy Dalton James Bond movies.
Which we'll eventually get to.
Correct. Playing Evan Robley, Count Diaz, and a whole bunch of other people because he's the thief and who wears disguises. And then your favorite and ours from Battlestar Galactica fame, John Colicos as Ambassador Auric.
John Calicos, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
John Calicos.
National treasure. I'm really hoping he's a good guy in this episode because he always he
Without going into it too much,
Yes.
I was sure he was.
Yes, me too.
It's a great example of what they call a bottle episode.
Yep.
Because the whole thing takes place on just a couple of sets. There's a little bit on the outside, but it's all used very sparingly, very quickly. Like the scene in her apartment is like over in like less than a minute.
Yeah.
It's a lot of closing this door, open this door, closing this door. It's like in the original thing from Another World, just the doors closing and opening, and doors closing and opening.
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought for a minute, because I didn't remember it at first, but
Right.
I was really hoping Calicos was going to be the good guy,
Yeah.
because it would have been fun to see like what you wouldn't believe him, but
You wouldn't believe he's a good guy. No.
yeah. And the other thing is
betrayed humanity.
Calicos and Felix Leiter were basically
Partners.
yes, but they were doing impressions of each other.
Yes, they were. Yeah.
Every time they got together, they were suddenly like, yes.
Yeah.
They were just being like they were one upping each other
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah.
But no, it's a fun episode. It's a like it says, it's a thievery. A lot of sneaking around, a lot of and poor Steve.
Yeah. Well,
he had a major role.
major role being locked up.
Yes.
You can't help but feel bad for Steve because what can you do when he faces Wonder Woman's greatest enemy?
Oh yeah,
chloroform gas.
that's right.
So I mean, he really didn't stand a chance when he was sprayed in the face.
Yes.
By Evan Robley, the thief.
He wakes up on the ground and Wonder Woman's there like, your first time?
Right. That's right. I thought maybe since the thief kept using the gas, I thought maybe she just would have to bow out. I can't. There's nothing I can do, Steve.
Yeah.
The queen's gonna have to abdicate the throne. I can't win against chloroform. Yeah, I liked it a lot. It was more complicated than as a mystery.
Yeah.
And so I like that. I like the fact that there were some red herrings and they didn't go for the easy plot. So, the easy plot would have been they, go there to foil this thief and, that's it. Blah, blah, blah. And so I like the fact that unless you could tell by the really bad makeup he was wearing early in the episode. So when Count Diaz shows up, you kind of already know that he's Evan Robley, or you guess that he is. But
It's obvious
yeah,
he's the
yeah,
bad guy,
yeah,
but
yeah. But
there's a good enough twist on the end of it to
he's
make it,
yeah, he's
funny.
the charming, as they call him in the episode. He's the charming rogue thief, and it's really you know what, in a classic, maybe I don't know who wrote. I can't remember who wrote the Father Brown mysteries, but there's a gentleman thief throughout those who is sort of a sometimes a good guy, sometimes a bad guy,
Hmm.
and so that tends to be I think a pattern in some detective novels,
Yeah.
and so I do like the fact that oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Evan Robley also plays Agent Clark Scott because he also pretends not only to be Count Diaz, a
Yes.
relative of the Queen. He then reveals to the Queen that he's actually an agent working with IDAOC, whatever it's called, um, protecting the Queen. So he plays multiple roles in the episode, and so I just like the fact that he ends up becoming an ally of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And that's why I think Steve had to be sidelined. I think
Yeah.
because that it was their show this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it ends up being John Calicos is actually has an interesting plot too. So he double crosses everybody. So he sets the Queen up. So the Queen, if you don't know, the Queen is it's basically a an homage to Princess Grace. So an American woman who is she says not quite a blue blood. So she ends up marrying into royalty. Her husband dies, the king dies, and so she's the queen. But there's many people in the monarchy who don't like the fact that she's an upstart American who's
Yeah.
becoming their queen. And clearly, Calicos, as Ambassador Oric of Malacan, because she's into Malacans, Dino, um, doesn't like it, and so he sets up. The only way that she'll be taken seriously is if she does a tour of America in the family jewels and is able to bring the family jewels home. Oh, okay. Um, so she falls for that story, and he sets up Evan Robley to steal the jewels to make her look bad so that he can announce that she lost the jewels and now she has to abdicate. But at the same time, he's actually stolen the real jewels, put fake ones in there so that Robley steals the fake jewels and so he can also cash out the jewels for himself. So he's stealing the monarchy and the jewels himself. So he's the ultimate bad guy in this. So,
Yeah.
of
And
course.
and Felix Leiter does this fun thing where he sort of dupes the lasso of truth,
Yeah, he does.
which
Yes,
was
which was
kind of
great.
fun,
Yeah. Yeah, because
showing that it's not like a foolproof system.
no, no, you have to ask the right questions as
Yeah.
he proves. And so, yeah, I thought he was really clever. I mean, he kind of, and I think you can see it in Linda Carter's acting that, as Wonder Woman, she likes him. She
Yeah.
likes his style. And that's why when he says, I'll work with you as long as you give me immunity, I think she takes him seriously. I'll give you immunity.
Hmm.
So he's very charming. And I think I think David Hedison pulls it off.
Yeah.
And so,
I get the impression that Linda Carter enjoyed this episode.
yeah,
I mean, maybe the workout towards the end might have been a bit much for her, but you get when she was talking with the people and or interacting with the characters, there was a certain level of like almost realness. Like you could tell, like she slipped out of being Diana Prince and was Linda Carter.
yeah,
Because like when the one scene when she gets because she's a maid,
right.
she gets shushed out of the room and she's just like
Yeah, exactly.
walks out like
I'm a princess too, Yeah. And I like the fact that she doesn't bow to the queen
yeah, I was gonna
ever
bring
in the
that up for you.
episode because she herself is a princess. So,
Mhm.
you
And
know,
they did the thing where when everyone in the room was bowing and Wonder Woman's in the background,
yeah,
kind of, sort of, the Queen acknowledges the fact that she doesn't bow. You can tell by the look
yeah,
that she knows what's going on.
correct. She knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was great. I also like the fact this reminds me of without it having the trappings of World War II, the writing reminds me of the better episodes of season one. The
Yeah.
fact that so they know I thought it was kind of clever. they know Wonder Woman's not going to be doing a bunch of fighting in this episode. So what do they have her do? They have her do a bunch of stunt work
Yeah.
in the beginning. Well, the beginning was kind of weird.
Yeah.
So apparently Wonder Woman runs to work as Wonder Woman. So
Yeah.
when she gets called to the headquarters by Joe, she runs and jumps to work instead of
Jumps
having
over everything. Never
Yeah.
runs around anything.
Yeah, no. Even gets frustrated because there's a giant fountain there. Apparently, was new.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
like,
she had to
put this fountain here.
Yes, and
Oh well.
and then she has to do a bunch of spy work um at the consulate, so she's constantly jumping.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the funny tiny little hop over the tiny
Over
bush.
nothing.
Yeah. And then of course we get which I really liked in the end, we get the Dr. No lab, but she has to, and in Mission Impossible 1 you ripped it off. And so she has to get to the real safe to get to the because the ambassador's hidden the real jewels in the real safe.
Mhm.
Because of course, because he's already given everyone else red herrings that the jewels were kept somewhere else.
Mhm.
And so it's got this floor that you can't put any weight on because it'll set off gas that will kill everyone in the room. And so she has to pull this Mission Impossible hanging upside down. And I thought it was done really well. She was definitely not a stunt double. Now there was one scene when the stunt double swings in
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
almost hits their head.
Yeah.
I mean, almost slams right into the safe.
Yes.
But other than that, it's just Linda Carter hanging quite wonderfully hanging there with her from her boot. But then
Wait, what were the show?
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it was quite. I liked the ending. I liked the fact that, and then I thought it looked really realistic. She pulls off. She's hanging by her foot with a rope.
Mhm.
Has herself bent up so she's upright. Pulls off her tiara, whips it at Calicos's hand to get the gun out of his head, and then just casually catches it back. For 1977, I thought it was filmed. It looked great.
Yeah,
It looked,
yeah.
as far as like clever special effects, it looked good.
Yeah, and there was no reason when okay, so she rips the whole handle off of the safe
Yeah,
and pitches it up to
the
Felix Leiter.
yeah,
And there was no reason for him to be like
right.
like but it made it more fun.
Yeah, this episode felt fun without being silly.
Yeah.
So it was a very serious episode, but fun.
Yeah.
And I even liked, I thought the Queen did a good job. I thought the story. We even get Wonder Woman talking to her as a woman.
Yeah.
And we get Wonder Woman sort of arguing about, that by every right she should be queen. And so I like that part. They
Mhm.
brought that back in this episode.
You know what else they brought in this episode?
What's that?
The same damn set. Because
Yeah.
the Dr. No safe area
Yes,
was from like the past 3 episodes
Yeah,
of
it
the
sure
show.
was. Well,
They
and I
just
think
put a different coat of paint on it.
Yeah, and I think they keep redressing Diana Prince's apartment as all the interior shots.
They could, yeah.
Yeah. Although they really went to town, the interior decorator on this episode.
They knew what was up.
It hurt my eyes to look at the chaise lounge, the rugs on the floor and the walls, and then Steve's suit was very painful to look at.
And his suit was wallpaper,
Yeah.
man. But the palace was lavish,
It did,
as
it looked
palaces
nice.
should.
Yeah, yeah. The coat of arms looked nice. I mean, they just spent for what I assumed would be a cheaper episode to make. It looked really good.
That's the beauty when you do a bottle episode right.
Yeah. So, although my favorite part of the episode is when Steve is sprayed with gas and he's tied up and gagged in his hotel room or in his consulate room.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder Woman walks in looking for him as the maid, and he does horse code. Instead of Morse code, he bangs his foot like 3 times on the ground, and that's how she finds it. But he's sitting there, and when he's doing it, he's looking like a horse, like a four, Steve. I knew you were in trouble. But and even that was clever, like the part where he says, "You can't rescue me. We'll tip our hat.
Yeah.
You've got to stay the maid." And then he's kind of laughing about the whole episode that she's stuck being a maid while he gets to be like a suave American sort of diplomat for Malakon.
Well, plot twist, at this point, Steve Trevor is just into being tied up and gagged.
That's true. And gassed. Yes. So yeah, there was just many like it's the exact opposite of what happened to the 2 episodes ago. So
Hmm.
in that episode, every choice they made was the wrong one. In this one, they couldn't go wrong with all their choices.
Yeah,
Like every choice was the right one this time. And so yeah, so I liked it. I liked it a lot.
that's because John Callicles was in it.
He raises the bar of everything he's in, in my opinion. He just
Even
does.
even the really bad episodes of Battlestar Galactica weren't his fault.
Correct. No, never his fault. And he probably starred in one of the few later Star Trek episodes that I liked when he
Hmm.
plays a because he was a Klingon in the original series,
Ah.
and
Oh
he
yeah,
was an excellent villain as a
yeah.
Klingon in that, and they brought him back I think in Deep Space Nine, one of them, and so yeah, he's great always, and so yeah, I mean you knew he was going to be the villain, and sure enough he was, but he wasn't a scenery chewing one, so
Yeah,
he's not a one note villain portrayer because this guy was nothing like the other villains he's portrayed. So
yeah, and he's not in it a lot.
no,
I mean, Felix Leiter was the one they focused on the most plot wise to get you to think he's the ultimate bad guy
correct.
when in fact it was Calicos.
And even though, but I mean, he is in some ways not a villain because he is a patriot for his country who feels like there's this upstart usurping the rightful throne of his
Hmm.
country. He wasn't going to become king himself.
Hmm.
He just wanted to get rid of this upstart. So I kind of not a real terrible guy either. So
I mean, except for the fact that he was going to have people killed, and
well, of course, yeah, I
you know,
guess
other
yes.
than that,
Well, but
other than that,
politics. You gotta kill a couple people when
you got to
you're
crack a few
ambassador.
eggs.
Yeah. I mean, and then we even get in the end, so the thief has lost his job, his career, because he can't steal anymore, and now he's going to try to steal his way into the Queen's heart,
Which I'm
which
pretty
I'm sure
sure
he
he
will.
did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. How could he not? He almost stole Wonder Woman's heart.
Yeah,
So,
and he's another character that's like, it would be a shame if he only appears once
yeah,
because he's such a good he he's such a good character in this.
they could have done like a return to Malakon, like actually taken us to Malakon, where the ambassadors raised an army against, and
Maybe they do. I don't know.
that would be
I don't
awesome.
remember.
That'd be awesome. But I don't think it's going to happen. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see. And don't tell us. Don't
Yeah,
tell us in the comments.
yeah,
Well, we don't want to know. So yeah, so much happier this week with Wonder Woman.
yeah.
Much happier.
All right. Well, what happens next week?
Oh,
I know we
next
talked
week.
about it in the previous video, but let's have a little refresher.
Yes, little refresher. Oh, we forgot. Yeah, our favorite. The guards all looking like.
Oh yeah, looking like Rudyard Kipling.
Either that or I thought it was the Clue game.
Oh,
Colonel Mustard. So next week, episode 8, I do. A massage, a facial, and a state secret. Diana visits a spa to investigate leaks of government
yeah,
information.
that's the one that we're kind of
Because
trepidatious about.
yeah, and so we might end up doing another double shot with episode 9, the man who made volcanoes. So that sounds pretty good. So we'll see. We'll see how bad I do is.
Yeah,
Um,
could be the surprise hit of the
maybe
season.
they learned their lesson from Bionic Woman.
I'll be through, just like the country.
Okay, well, that's going to wrap up this episode of the Wonderful World of Wonder Woman. I'm Paul,
I'm Mark.
and we don't really have anything to say after that.
No, we'll see you next time, I suppose. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up. Just like in the beginning, I'm Paul,
I'm Mark.
and this has been the Wonderful World of Wonder Woman.
That's better.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
And I think that's very wonderful.